Hello and welcome to the city of Langford in British Columbia for day 2 of the HSBC Canada Women's Sevens. We're coming to you from the West Hill Stadium as the top 12 sides, the top 12 countries battle it out in the cup competition. Well, let's have a look at the series table heading into the weekend. New Zealand out in front, but they didn't have it all their way in Kitakyushu last time out. The honours there went to Canada, who claimed victory. They're aiming to do the same in front of their home crowd here at the West Hill Stadium. The United States of America have had a decent season, as did Australia so far. And those four currently occupy the top Olympic spots in the series standings. France, Ireland, England and Russia all hoping to apply pressure to those top four. So here's a reminder of the 2019 series has gone so far. We kicked off in Glendale back in October.
Portia Woodman showing a lot of fitness. Back-to-back scores for her. Ruby Tui's there. Portia Woodman's there. Ruby Tui's there. You go have it, number 11. You go eat some. The champions, New Zealand.
Starting with a bang in Glendale, Colorado. Onwards we went to Dubai, a combined event in the desert. Once again, New Zealand taking gold.
Broughton extends the lead for New Zealand. Teresa Fitzpatrick, one way then the other, and finds Nathan Wong. That might be the one for New Zealand. The Dubai Sevens trophy back in the hands of the New Zealand team once more.
Well, from the desert in Dubai, we went down under to hot and sunny Sydney, Australia, where New Zealand were aiming for a hat-trick. Could they manage it?
Quirk's coming across. Can she get there? Is Blythe going to have too much gas? Of course she is. Broughton's got Blythe outside her, and Michaela Blythe will go in for a hat-trick in the final. On Australian soil, New Zealand are the HSBC Sydney Sevens champions.
And they were leaving nobody in doubt about the top side in the 2019 series. Kitakyushu unbeaten, looking for 4 in a row, an upset.
For no one else but Ghislaine Landry. Canada lifts the HSBC Kitakyushu Sevens trophy.
Not a bad way to come into their home tournament, Canada as defending champions. This is where I joined the circuit, you'll all be glad to know. And what a weekend we're expected. The sun in the West Hill Stadium. Onwards to Biarritz then for the final of the series in the south of France. And what a way to finish off what has already been a cracking 2019 season. Yeah, it certainly has, and we're very much looking forward to the weekend here in Langford. This is the state of the pools before the action got underway. Pool A, Canada, Australia, Ireland and Brazil, a tight one. Pool B, England, New Zealand, Russia and China, who prop up the table as things stand. And then Pool C, United States of America, France, who are in good form, Fiji looking for points, and Spain. Okay, so let's have a look at the highlights from the pool stage on day 1 in Langford. Ruby Tui spins one to the left, Kelly Brazier, and here's the speedster back in the side, as he said, nice fend as well. Look at that strength and speed for Michaela Blythe, and off she goes. They can't get their hands on her, and over the halfway line. What a way to start in the West Hill Stadium. Back with a bang, Michaela Blythe. She's quick, but she is powerful, and that is a fantastic individual try.
Abby Brown in the middle of that pod. She's gathered again the one-handed pass and the hooker roll running around, and that creates the extra set of hands. Off her right foot is Megan Jones, but she's brought down. Slower ruck ball for England, and the reason it's slow is there's hands in there. Quick tap from England. Through the hands, they're lining up, it's 3-on-2. A good pinch from the wing, but on the outside, Celia Kwanzaa unmarked. First score for England.
Kept her feet away from that touchline. Tui back to her captain, and a space opening up for Sarah Hirani. Can she get back inside? She can. The captain leading the way, and New Zealand draw level once again. Kazlik taps and goes left. Steps back to the right. The nice switch through. Oh, beautiful. Politi. It's straight off the training ground. Out to Elliot Green. And the flyer touches down.
Move it! Move it!
Good hands again, and look at the tandem. Green Shields, is she going to set up Williams again? Yes, she is. Charity Williams around the outside with the forward roll. It's all Canada at the moment. One pass, two pass. Show and go. Very direct running from Anna McGann. Another of this young crop of players. The ball pops out, bends on it. She's got Paquin outside. She's got Paquin in full stride. Karen Paquin, try.
There for Mahalia Murphy to use, and Lily Dick to pick it off the ground. Now she's left it for Sykes, and they're going to go left. Tony Gatto. Elliot Green is just on the pitch, and she hasn't touched the ball yet. Now here she goes. Elliot Green, the dangerous strike runner, trying to go around the outside, and she does so. Elliot Green over the 10, over the 22, and they will not stop her today. What a player she is.
At the halftime, the captain and the coach of the French team was saying to respect the opposition because clearly Fiji is demanding respect right now.
And France have possession. Well, can they steal this one right at the death? Chance to move this one wide. Lovely hands will do it. Drouin, the try scorer, gets it away to Siofani. Has Graciano outside her. It's Siofani, one-on-one. The pass has to go. Siofani doesn't even need the support. That's what she can do. Welcome to the game, and France are in front.
Here we go.
Spain have possession.
Here you go. 2 feet.
We're looking short side again.
Here you go, Naya. Yes, Naya.
Kuzneta is brought down, but stolen ball. This will be it. Liv Kelter under the balls.
Left it goes. Fired on by Chloe Pell. And Spain having to do a bit of defending, and the tackles are not being made. Away they go. Fanny Orta, the captain's going to try and go all the way. She is. Fanny Orta to touch down underneath the posts, and I make that now. She only needs 2 more tries to reach 50. It's the race for 50 between Fanny Orta and Camille Graciano. Here is Kelter, and she is shifting direction. Nice little wrap around, and then a switch in the midfield. The tackles have to go in. Lepesk trying to put her down. Out comes Marr to take the hit. She is a big unit to drag to the ground. Ball should be there for Gustavus to use. Kelter once more. They go left this time. Little dummy thrown by Canet, and then the ball on the outside. Chance to move it. Kirsch on the wing. Kirsch has got pace. Izard trying to give chase here, and Kirsch has got to get there for the USA. So plenty of highlights, as you can see, from day one, which all meant the Cup quarter-final draw looked like this. New Zealand taking on Spain. New Zealand topping their pool. USA up against Canada. England in an all-European tie against the French, and Australia, who were 3 from 3 in their pool, taking on Russia. Over a minute to play. Switch from Rui Tui to Hirani. There's Falia Fanga just outside her. Opted to take it into contact though. The ball's still there for New Zealand to use. Nathan Wong. It's all about game management here. Robbins Retti with the pass to Brazier. Brazier's one on the outside, the dummy is thrown, and Brazier's still going, dragged down, and the offload is good as well. Saidi, any room to go here? Thinking about the offload. Saidi trying to go all on her own, just short.
Come on, guy on the side.
Robbins Retti trying to dig it out, needs a bit of help from Tui. We got a captain to the right-hand side. She might fancy a pick and go from here. They're almost at the line. Diving pass. Hirini, one on the outside. Faliafanga to win it for New Zealand. Try time.
Game is in the balance, just over a minute to play. Kelter gathers, she breaks one tackle, she breaks two tackles, she's off down the field. Only Ghislaine Landry with a hook. What a huge response. Alev Kelter, the American captain, the American leader, brings it home for the U.S.
France trying to compete on the ground. England not releasing, right in front of us here. Right decision by the referee. Bertrand takes it quickly. Gracineau, Horta, Lepesque. Pass on the outside. Little dummy, show and go. Aitchison comes across to make the tackle on Drouin. Keep it alive though. Gracineau. Camille Gracineau looking for her 50th international try. The first French player to reach the milestone of 50 international tries, Camille Gracineau. What a moment.
Aussie ball, the wobbled pass. Quirk stepping away, creating a bit of space. The wide ball is on, and guess who's out there? She didn't quite get the bounce, but she has the presence to come back on it. Smart rugby from Elliot Green to keep that play alive. They go short side. Charlotte Kaslik, always playing with vision, sees the space on the short side and gets another try for Australia at the end of this first half.
Yeah, so as you can see, some brilliant quarterfinals, and well, can you pick the winner? The semi-final lineup complete. New Zealand going through to play the United States of America, and then France, who have never beaten Australia. Can they make it happen here in Langford? A place in the final up for grabs. This is what happened.
The ball in one hand, a signal that she's going out. Oh, there's something off the ball. The referee is blown up.
Oh yeah, looks like Kelter is in big trouble here. This is so dangerous.
All right, so you've lifted her, you've passed the horizontal, and she's landed in a very dangerous position, so it's going to be a red card.
Let's get it out wide. And Brazier, big moment. She will jog under. Kelly Brazier, hat trick for New Zealand.
Kaslik again. Look at the speed of the French splits defence, but Emma Tonigana skipping away. Is this going to be the century? Is this going to be 100 international sevens tries? You betcha. Emma Tonigana, 100th try of her international career. What a moment for Emma Tonigana in that semi-final. Australia doing enough to see off France, and New Zealand getting the better of the USA. Alev Kelter, I'm sure, will live to regret that decision and the red card that followed, which means the cup final is New Zealand taking on Australia, and the bronze medal match, USA will play France. Well, we've Canada, England as well to decide that fifth place playoff, and the home fans, I'm sure, hoping that Canada if they couldn't go all the way, will at least manage to finish in 5th place. And then in the 7th place playoff, it is Spain taking on Russia.
Seventh place playoff. Here we are, Spain versus Russia. Russia going down to England, as you saw in that pool draw, and Spain going down to Canada. Valuable World Series points on offer. Spain currently ranked 9th, Russia 8th. So the battle at the bottom, so important. They won't qualify for the Olympics through top 4 placing, but they were fighting to fight off relegation down there. And it has been the Russians dominating Spain for the last 5. Although, interestingly enough, Spain winning here in Langford a year ago. And it's an experienced side for Spain. Coach Pedro de Matias sticking with some of the older heads there, wanting this win. And Kuzin has mixed it up a little bit, although Mikaltsova remains the key line-breaking strike force and in the captain's jersey. See the teams coming out. Melly Robinson, this is the important 7th place playoff for these two squads.
This should be another close contest. Russia have the speed. They used to give a lot of energy in their tussle with England earlier in the day, where they went down 17-29. Spain, despite being thrashed by Canada, well, have had some really good moments. Their starts have been excellent, dominated in the contact zone, and they've created breaks through their physicality.
There's Spain's results. That win against Fiji, the only thing to show for this weekend. They're looking for a second one here. A little bit more depth on the Spanish bench than we've seen in the past. So if some of those older ladies get tired, there will be some resources there. Hasn't really been the case for the Russians. They still rely on Mikaltsova and Kamidova. Joy Neville, so experienced. Men's, women's, 15-7s. She can do it all. She'll be in the middle, making sure there's no nonsense.
Okay, Yellow.
Russia to kick off, playing from right to left on your screens. Gathered by Bravo. She's been a force this weekend.
Clear release.
No clear release. After the tackle, the Russian players must let her go.
So slow start to begin with, but Spain have the ball. Nice kick over the sideline there. Haven't got a tall team, but they've been pretty good at line-out time.
So this is the 6th game in 2 days for all these athletes. Kick to touch maybe as much about just preserving energy, getting a nice set-piece move or set-piece position to start from, and they will go to the line-out. They go to the front. It's not gone 5, but play on to the refereeing crew. Barbara Pla sizing things up. She gets Fernandez de Corres around the outside. Good width from Spain. Now they come back. Bravo off the left hand. Pla. Some attentions above the neckline, I think, there. Quick tap from Bravo. Garcia stepping, fighting, handing off, powering through. 10 meters to go. Try Patricia Garcia.
This is Spain's sweet spot, middle of the field, straight through that contact area, as I mentioned before. So strong. Garcia, halfback, very good on her feet as well. 3 Russian players beaten pretty much. A great start for Spain.
A lot of her tries seem to come when you think there's absolutely nothing on, and she does that. She creates something out of nothing. And she adds the extras.
For Russia, one person has to commit and say, she's mine. Go forward, take the tackle. And if she beats someone, then it's the other defender on your shoulder that has to take up the slack and then take her. No comms. organisation at all.
Garcia again to start. It's high and hanging. Gives Pla a chance to compete for it. She's knocked it forward though. A good restart. The interesting one right in front.
A little mistake, but a fantastic opportunity now for Russia. If you watched the previous games involving Russia, you would have seen that combination of Holtsova and Drakova. It's absolutely electric. If they short-circuit the ball to this duo like they did in the last game, the crowd will be entertained for sure.
There they go. There's the first part of it. On the run, there's the dreaded combination, but that pass has gone forward exactly as you predicted. But the execution wasn't there. You saw Elena Mikaltseva steaming up the blind side, and Kamidova knew it was coming.
Yeah, I think the timing of Amidova just slightly off. She overran the pass. She has to have faith in her speed and her ability to get there and just hang back slightly more.
So what's going to happen on this scrum?
Oh, God.
Can't do it all. Spain. Fernandez de Corres in behind the scrum. Pla looking. Another set move for them. Doesn't quite come off. Garcia really nothing on, and she's carried backwards by Kamidova. That's a size mismatch that Kamidova is winning at the moment. And then she counteracts. And then she plays it with her hand, but play on, says the ref. Bravo loves the big high stepping. Fend off from Martinez. The Russian tackler's got to move. Well, Spain penalized for not releasing. Seemed to me the Russian tackler was in the way.
Oh, you know, when it's tackle situation, it's often interpretation, isn't it, from the referee?
Correct, and that is one of the excuses for avoiding tackle ruck situations if you can.
Absolutely, something that Australia and New Zealand and Canada do particularly well. They're not exactly rushing to get there, are they?
No. Russia down by a converted try. Just about 5 minutes played in this first half. Again, they go to the front. She has to release her knees on the ground. That's a completed tackle. Now they go with some width and a lot of depth as well, but good pressure from Fernandez de Corres. Aggressive defense. Stepping and looking is Danilova. Kamidova with which she's looking for someone to move. She sits one defender down, then offloads into space. Well, good pace and great confidence as Shestakova backs herself. She didn't have a lot of room to work in. Daria Shestakova gets the try back in this game for Russia.
Yeah, brilliant work. Individual effort there on that left-hand side. Shestakova. Lovely ball, though, from Hamidova, I should say. And look at this, you know, she's so strong. There were 3 defensive players she was toying with, and that gave this fantastic player just that little bit of an opportunity to strike, and she did.
As you said, she backed herself. That's a defensive failure. I don't think that conversion's gone over. I think it's gone under the crossbar. So it will remain a lead for Spain, but only 2.75. Less than a minute to play here.
Keeps it interesting. That's what we like.
The kick goes long, so Spain will have possession through Bravo. She passes to the ground, but it's cleaned up. Good toughness shown there from Elizabeth Martinez. And Spain coming back to where the ball came from through Barbara Pla. Martinez having to do the hard work, smashing the Russian defenders, and Kamidova again counter-rucking. Oh, Pla has been taken around the neck.
Yep, that was definitely high right from the start.
Was our try scorer, Daria Shestakova.
Just have a look. It doesn't help that Barbara Pla is not exactly tall.
No.
Super tough, though. Brushed it off.
It is amazing to think just over a year ago that was part of the game. That was a fair tackle, even though there was contact to the head area. I think the HSBC World Series has done a good job of cleaning that up.
Class so consistent, isn't she? Time resistant as well at 35 years old.
Yes. So that'll do it. Spain don't want to play any more of this half. They're happy with the 2-point lead. 7-5 Spain over Russia.
Со стороны вообще никто не устал. Что за игра? У нас 5 штрафных за первый тайм. Захват можете вот сюда делать, плотный. Чего вы висите на них? Сделайте мощный захват на землю. Человек поборолся, у нас бойцат борется все время. Вы даете ему возможность постоять, по поддержке прибежать, потом мы им отработаем. Сделайте помощнее, пониже. Владели один раз мячом, положили попытку. Давайте завладейте мячом, девочки. Чего пешком ходите? Последняя игра.
Давай, девчонки. Давай, девочки.
Девочки, играем из края в край, блядь, еще не придумываем. Мы просто с Леной стоим, блядь, целый тайм.
Да, давайте нагрузим край.
3-4.
Россия!
Давайте, девчонки.
Fifth place game. The home crowd having something to cheer for. Canada against England. Then USA and France. USA will be without Liv Kelter. And there's the big one, a repeat of last year's final, New Zealand, Australia. Australia, we want something different to say about that, as they took it on the chin here in Langford last year, 46 points to nil, the biggest ever final victory by a team. New Zealand victorious here, not only last year, but the year before. So Spain to get us back into the action. Russia will be receiving. Kicks a little bit long. Fresh legs on the field. Zlatkova gathers, she's still going. Showing real confidence. And finally, the captain Mikhaltsova gets away. Back to Zlatkova. Scanning the Spanish defense. She went through once on the outside. Good footwork from Shestakova. In at scrum half is Zlatkova. Kamidova running across. She's isolated for the moment. There is one pass. Another one-handed flip pass. This one to Mikhaltsova. That's the combination you talked about, Mel, and it's provided a reward for Russia to take the lead here.
Yeah, Hamidova has really been quite active in attack and so far in this match. Mikhaltsova is the one who's reaping the benefits of that. And just her physical ability to hold the ball in one hand because she is really tall. Hamidova still had a lot of work to do to get there. But of course, Russia moving the ball well from side to side, which helped create the space.
And this conversion from in front of the post goes over the crossbar. And that's the line break story. Mikhaltsova up there with the very best.
Time on.
So some running repairs for a couple of Spanish players. Subs as a result. We will now play on with Russia kicking off. Chosen to go long. Barbara Plah gathers. Good inside offload and another one out the back door. It's all about risk and reward at this stage. Neither side taking much risk, although that pops out the blind side, the open side, sorry, and there's a little bit of an opportunity. Maria Losada went all the way to 22. She's released and got to her feet. Opportunities here for Spain. Garcia through the hands. Lurking out wide is Martinez, but it's lost. I think the whole crowd were on their feet. She had 15 meters to work with, didn't get the ball.
Martinez, she'll be really gutted and upset with herself. Here's the pass. It wasn't easy to take in, but the thing I love about Spain is that, you know, they'll make a line break. They don't quite have the speed to finish it off, but then they recycle it really well and use all of their players.
Another substitution. Sorry? 12. 12.
You get the impression if there were just one or two pace players they could find. They've got great playmakers in Barbara Pla and Trisha Garcia, although they are aging a little bit, but if you get some pace around them, once they create these line breaks, they could punish teams a bit more effectively.
Yeah, and I think number 5, Marina Bravo, has been excellent as well.
Yeah, she's propping on the right there. She's been a big find. The ball's loose on the ground. Kamidova's picked it up. Well, she likes a good run. The ball's in one hand. Coaches cringing all over the world, but Kamidova's still got it in one hand. Still going. Goes infield where there wasn't much support. And in the end, she's been penalized. Well, there was a time when she dominated this series and usually didn't get caught when she got put away like that.
Yeah, look, I think it's confidence and belief with her. She is such a good athlete. Here, she should have backed herself way more than that and really looked to her support players as well. And you say that coaches will cringe with the one-handed running style too. Tuck it under the arm.
Here we go, back on the attack of Russia through Saradina. Saradina all the way. Ankle tap. Danilova there to secure the ball. Open field again through Kukina. Srodkova. There she used it. She got her hands free. She's got the ball to Zrodkova. That is very, very smart play from Kamidova. And Elena Zrodkova gets the try.
Yeah, that was great. Kamidova with the big hands, puts the ball over the top, gets it to Djokova, who has scored plenty of tries so far here. Look at this, isn't that lovely? Really, the defensive player there, Losada from Spain, needed to wrap her up and go over the top, a double tackle to stop that try. Well created.
Yeah, other than Marina Bravo, Spain are one of the shortest teams on the circuit, and those offloads are working. She can get those hands over the top.
Long, lean athlete, Djokova. A bit like a greyhound in how she runs with that beautiful style.
Yeah, and there will be some changes. There you see at the bottom of your screen, Kamidova coming off to have a well-earned rest. Russia in command here. 2 minutes to play, 12-point lead. Spain needs something fairly quickly. Oh, there it is, the show and go. But again, the line break with no pace on it. Pla does a 360, then goes herself. Tackle complete. You saw Joy Neville communicating with the players. Good to see. And off goes Garcia. Fernandez de Corres gets it wide. Pretty narrow there. Crushing tackle from Zrodkova. And the ball spilled. Garcia just waited a fraction too long.
Yeah, you pointed it out there being too narrow. Spain just not using the width of the field effectively in that phase of play. You know, at times they do spread across the field well. They've got the skills to get the ball out. And of course the mistakes really hurting Spain as well.
Tough to build pressure when you're making those mistakes. And the clock working against them at the moment. This is, of course, the 7th place playoff here in Langford at the HSBC Canada Sevens. Mikaltseva out wide. Then as Zrodkova scragged it down. And good pressure from Spain, taking that space away. The high floated ball. In and out goes Noritsina. And out she goes, and around she goes. Noritsina, try for Russia.
Yeah, lovely work. Great pass. real basic sevens there being demonstrated. And it was Bravo who's done all of the previous work on attack and defence. Just didn't quite have the pace. See, she got flat-footed as well, trying to grab the jersey. Best to try and stay on your feet and chase so you can get in a better position to go lower than the waist line there.
A little bit of room to work with there, and she used it all. And the final act of this one will not be that conversion, as we're going to have the restart. So Spain, too big a gap to make up. They've had their moments. They started well against the US and were unlucky not to win that, and against France too, Cup semi-finalists, but they just tailed off as the weekend has progressed. This will be their last opportunity. Penalty to Spain. Garcia's off and running. She won't quit. This is where the lack of pace is shown up. They created an overlap, but immediately the Russians realign. Jersey grab just enough there. Coming around is Fernandez de Corres. She goes down. Bravo, first receiver, straight into the contact. She's going to be lucky to get away with this, and she doesn't. Penalty against Spain, not releasing. A little bit of afters, but won't be needed. The game's effectively over. Russia can tap it and get it off the field. There it is, the 7th place playoff goes to Russia over Spain. Lots of hard work put in by these women. Valuable series points on offer. And it will be Russia over Spain, 24 points to 7.
So here we go, it's our 5th place playoff between Canada, the host nation, and England. Currently 7th place in the standing. They think they're going to go past Ireland in the overall series table after this weekend, with Ireland finishing 2nd from bottom. But the tail of the tape in the last 5 meetings, just 1 win for England, 4 for Canada, and they last met in Kitakyushu. Only the 2 points between them, though, in the last tournament, a tournament that Canada went on to win. So a quick look at the starting teams then. Ghislaine Landry, the captain for England. Green Shields gets a start. Bianca Ferrella, who didn't see any rugby in the first 2 games yesterday, has come in and started ever since. And for England, captain Abby Brown, wearing number 2. Wilson Hardy gets another start, back-to-back for her. Megan Jones and Holly Aitchison. So here they come. The host nation, Canada, in front of their home supporters here in the West Hill Stadium, against England, 5th place in the tournament, and those all-important series points as we head towards Olympics 2020 in Tokyo. Canada coming unstuck against the United States of America, but they bounced back pretty well. England, well, they got past Russia 29-17 to reach the 5th place playoff. Referee Emily Hissey from United States of America. And we're almost set to go. Brilliant home supporters. The Canadians get every single year in this stadium. And somebody knows what it's like to play here beside me as well, Andrea. I mean, it's just a fabulous atmosphere when the home team are out on that pitch.
The fans are loving rugby all around today, and especially when the Canadians come onto the field. They've served as a little bit of that 8th player, giving the team just an extra little bit of pep in their defense and in the punch that they bring onto the field.
Ball carrier, by the way, is the HSBC ball carrier Lila Work, who brought the ball out for the 5th place playoff, and the teams with that ball. Get underway as Bianca Farella gets over the 10-metre line. First touch for Ben. Plenty of pace in this Canada team. Paquin just in to secure possession. Landry with Brittany Ben wrapping around. Tackled by Wilson Hardy. Took it with the left leg back with Karen Paquin. Equally good hits though by Alex Matthews to shove it back away from the danger area. Ben. Crossley. Defended by Abby Brown, the England captain. Henry standing to the right-hand side. Paquin on the wing, but she's not going to see the ball on that occasion. There's Julia Greenshields to act as scrum half. Again, Crossley takes it, and the pass to Ben is pretty good. And Brittany Ben sprints over the 22 and heads for the line. Just doesn't have enough gas to get there. 3 metres short. Canada looking to recycle. Crossley once more trying to use her power to bash her way towards that try line. No joy on that occasion. They're going to work the blind side this time. Lovely hands out to Farella. Where's that ball? Did she get it down? We're going to go to the television match official. Maybe a quick word with the assistant referee. The try is given.
The Canadian crowd is on their feet. They're roaring for Bianca Farella. And for the Canadian team, there has just been no rush, no panic. Exactly how they would have wanted to start. Right off of the kickoff and just working it up the field. One pass at a time. And there's Bianca Farella. She gets spun around by Kwanzaa. She's just laughing, having a great time, and makes the ball touchdown in the try zone.
No joy with the conversion, right and wide. Bianca Farella strikes first for Canada early in the first half. There she is in the all-time tries list, 1-2-8 alongside Emily Cherry. One more and she goes second on her own. Landry restarts. High hanging ball again. Crossley got up well to get a hand to that one. Paquin under pressure from Alex Matthews. Does well to recycle. All there from Mineski to try and spin it wide. Is Farella. There's one outsider if she wants to use. Julia Greenshields, who can't hold that ball knock on.
Well, it was a good series of playing. The right decision by Bianca Farella. She ties in the outside defender, and just on the, it was a nice pass, but it was just a little too far forward. What I mean by a nice pass, it was well weighted. Again, just not as accurate as she would have wanted.
So scrum to England. Holly H is in to feed.
Fine.
Megan Jones standing just behind the set piece at the moment. Referee telling her to get back the required distance, and we're going to reset, I think.
Make sure you're fine. Thanks. Bind. Set.
There's Jones. Fires one out to Rowland. And then Kwanzaa takes it on the outside. Farella watching her. Makes the tackle. Rips the ball. Super steal by Bianca Farella, and look at the strength as well to get forward momentum. Brilliant stuff by Farella. Canada now turning defence into attack. Crossley. And it's Paquin outside her. And there she is to act as scrum half. Landry. Brittany Ben standing quite flat, leaves that one for Farella. There's two white jerseys in front of her. Tries to get the pass away to Greenshields. Back inside to Ben, and then Landry in a nice line. Taking the tackle, hanging on for dear life, losing on the ground. The referee happy that it went backwards though. Paquin, lovely pass, keeping the ball alive. Greenshields skipping away, over halfway. The chase is on for Rowland to catch her, but Julia Greenshields is just too quick, and she's going to score Canada's second try.
Has just been on fire for the first 4.5 minutes. Julia Greenshields high steps out of the tackle. She's got such a quick turnover on her sprint. Rowland, who's the defender coming from England, chasing her down, just doesn't quite have enough. Julia's pretty gassed off of that, but as she should be, going for a good 60 meters.
No mistake with the conversion either. 12 points to nil. Green Shields with the try. Landry the extra 2. And a 12-point to nil lead. That is 1-8-3 for the weekend in Langford so far. Interesting to see if we can surpass yesterday's total of 102 on day 2 here. 1-8-3, we've got a bit to go before we do that. Plenty of rugby still to be played though. Landry gets us back underway. Matthews underneath it. Ben gets a knee to it. And then Crossley manages to win the ball. Penalty to Canada. It's just not happening for England at the moment, is it? The quick tap from Molesky. Left-hand side she goes. Farella.
Well, it's all smiles for Canada. That try scorer Bianca Farella and Karen Paquin with the red hair in the background. Canada right now 100% successful visits into the 22, and it all comes off of these line breaks that they're able to do. And I'm going to back it up even further here. Canada's 3 for 3 on their restarts. Getting the ball in the air, recovering it. They're starving England of the possession. If they can continue to keep the ball, they'll continue to keep control of this game.
Well, that puts her second on the all-time try list behind you-know-who. Portia Woodman at 195, but 129. Farella goes ahead of Cherry. And second place on the all-time tries list. Fantastic achievement. Last 20 seconds of the first half, it has been one-way traffic, and that traffic is still going. Canada recycle possession, then the interception. Aitchison. England desperately need to get something on the board before half-time. Can they manage it through Ollie Aitchison? Good carry to bring it to the 10-metre line. They go right this time through Matthews. There's the half-time hooter. Wilson Hurley in a battle for possession with Farella. Aitchison once more, little dummy, and she's trying to set off now. Charlie Williams giving chase, supporting her inside shoulder. Nice line as well from Rowland to get there. Paquin out of nowhere. Superwoman tackle. And turnover. And steal. And away goes Charlie Williams. She's not going to go the length. She's not going to go all the way. Surely not. Charlie Williams. What about that? Defence into attack in the blink of an eye.
Nothing that Charity Williams loves more than to get the ball in hand with space. A 60-metre try is nothing on her, and it is this try by Karen Paquin rolling the chase down and the counter up. What an incredible turnover. That is the space that Charity Williams needs to be successful.
Try number 50 for Charity Williams. Landmark tries being scored right across the weekend here at the Westhill Stadium in Langford City, and Charity Williams, she is so quick, so strong, and that is 5-0 on the international try list. Well, it's a whitewash so far. Half time, Canada 24, England 0.
Here we go. 1, 2, 3. Great connections all around, ladies. That's awesome. Good work. Just a little bit more depth on attack now, right? And the wraps on. We gotta look. They're guarding the 4, so leave that side. And we know we got 2 there, and this is a square, right? But we got to go quickly and communicate with the halfback as we're leaving, right? So just tell them, I'm wrapping. That means we're not going forward. You get up and look, right? Because they're putting a little bit of pressure on that breakdown now, so we got to be there. Right, we're playing 7 across as well. Right, so it doesn't need to come from even that sideline. It's got to come from the people off of Jizz and off the Ben. Because that's the boot. That's the boot we want. Chip it over, Dusty. We go through, pick the ball up, keep it.
Let's just get a clear call, right? No, like screaming. Clear call. Let's talk, communicate.
Kaylee in for B, and Bree in for Moler. Okay, let's go. Let's finish well.
Let's go, Canada. Listen, 0-0. Let's go. Okay. Settle down. If we get the depth, we go around, and if we get through, we'll zero breakdowns quicker. Team on 2, 1, 2, team.
Keep picking them off on the kickoff, just like that. Anything you see open, hit.
So this is still to come, the women's bronze final. USA taking on France in a few minutes' time, and then we have the big one, the cup final, New Zealand-Australia, a repeat of last year's final. Can Australia turn the tide against New Zealand, the dominant side so far this season on the women's circuit? Canada comfortable at the moment. They're putting on an exhibition here. 5th place playoff. Aitchison to restarting. They need to get something, and they need something quickly. Going for distance. Deep inside the Canadian 22. Paquin watched it every inch of the way. Charlie Williams again trying to set off. Charlie Williams does set off. It's going to be 51. Nobody will catch her from there. Charlie Williams just too quick. She has a little look over her shoulder, not once but twice. See you next time.
Well, it's a little bit of a track meet here for Canada, and Charity Williams has her sweatband on because she, I'm sure, is sweating up a storm with all of these full field sprints that she's making. England opted to go for the deep kick, and typically teams will do that when they're confident in their defensive ability, but the handoff there from Charity Williams, fending away the defender, gives her the space that she needs to break open the field.
31 points with this conversion on the board. And there we are, Charlie Williams, the Canadian all-time trialist. She's 6 behind Brittany Benn. She's very much in the frame. One of the quickest on the circuit. The restart's not going to go the required 10 from Brianne Nicholas, so it'll be England possession on the halfway line. Just to see England just fire a shot in anger here. They've had very little possession, and even when it looks like they're on the verge of scoring, Canada hit back. Aitchison goes right to Jones. Offload is good to Abby Burton off the bench. Back with Jones now. The dummy to Aitchison. That went forward. It's another mistake, but it's a mistake that has come from Canadian pressure.
England looking a little bit frustrated, not being able to crack open this game like they have on day 2 or in Kyushu.
Yeah, nice. Crouch. Bind. Set.
Brianne Nicholas with the feet, and she sets off herself. Fresh legs off the bench, trying to hand off on Aitchison. Didn't quite manage it. Still there though, cross the out to Paquin. Looking for support runners. Wardley is on her outside shoulder. Has to go in and just clean up possession though. Ben once more to Paquin, and she'd love to get a try. Was that forward? Referee says yes, and it'll be a scrum to England.
Karen Paquin has her hair dyed red there, and that's part of the women's campaign as a Color Your Hair to Conquer Cancer. Her teammate Sarah Kaljubi lost her mom to cancer in previous years, and this is something that the Canadian team will do each year, each season, to raise funds for such an important cause.
Great cause it is too, and a great performance by this Canadian team. Aitchison under pressure from Charity Williams, who can't hang on to her. Tackle does go in though, eventually from Crossley to put it down. Just over 3.5 to play. England looking for their first try of the game. Hanging on to possession here. Jones standing at first receiver, but she's not going to get a chance to get her hands on the ball because Paquin making a nuisance of herself, as she does so well, and gets the steal.
Is the ball? Unplayable. The ball first. Okay. Substitution. Yep.
Another substitution for Canada. Emma Chan comes in. And it is Karen Paquin who's going to make her way off. To generous applause as well. You were saying to me how hard she had to work to get over the injuries that she's had in the last while.
Karen Paquin sustained a knee injury in the 2017 15s World Cup, and it's been since then that she's been coming back from that. Just trying to figure out where the pain was continuously coming from. They were able to figure it out in October, and that really set her along the way to recovery. She made her return back on the 7th Circuit, Kyushu, and she has been such a stormer, such a stalwart, and an addition into the Canadian side.
Crossfield kick from Ben is way too much on it. And
Okay.
Nothing Lucan could do about that.
Directly up.
Heather
Scrum
Fisher
up.
on for England as well.
Line out over there. Yep.
But Lucan giving chase. Bit of a futile one as it proved in the end. And will be a line out from where the ball was kicked out on the full. England will have the throw. Deborah Fleming going to be the target for England. Gets up well. It was contact in the air, but she came down okay. So the referee and Fisher to Aitchison. Brown. Oh, lovely break. Look at that strong, powerful run. Straight up the middle from Kildun. Can she go all the way? Kildun into the 22. The offload is good. And the try finally comes for England. Is it there? You're in. Did she get it down? Incredible if that was stopped. We're going upstairs here.
Try or no try, please.
Try or no try is the question.
Thanks, Claire.
Let's have a look at the grounding here. Charity Williams goes in, gets a hand underneath there. Looks like the ball is still up. It's not grounded there that we can see. What a tackle that is by Charity Williams. Did she get it down here? Look at the hand underneath though from Charity Williams. I don't think they can give that.
It's a great position on the arm of Charity Williams. Just look at the physicality of this tackle here, both of the players.
All right. Thank you, Claire. No try.
Held up. What a tackle by Charity Williams. What a stunning try-saving tackle.
Well, you're in, you're not in. And that Canadian defense, the Kildun break was amazing. The three Canadian defenders swarmed her. She was still able to find her teammate Urin, and then it was the Speedster Charity Williams to hold her up at the end of it all.
She scores them, she prevents them. Anything she can't do you reckon? Brilliant stuff from Charity Williams. A minute 40 left on the clock, and England still pushing for their first try. What a performance this has been. Kildun, maybe she's going to have another go here. Has one outside her if she wants to try and find Emma Uren, but Kildun is well tackled 5 metres from the Canadian line. It's back with England. It's a little bit awkward though. Burton under pressure. Brittany Benn trying to storm her way through and put her hands on the ball. Told to leave it by the referee. Kildun once more tries a dummy. Tackle goes in from Crossley. Slips it away to Fleming, who's powerful and quick. Deborah Fleming still on her feet, eventually dragged down. Penalty, England. Not rolling away. Quick tap this time from Burton. Burton looking for numbers on the outside, or going herself.
Not 10.
Canada weren't 10, so they'll get to go again. We might see a card here now.
You're not 10. It's a scoring
It
opportunity.
is a yellow. Not back 10 metres. And it's Charity Williams.
Well, you asked if there was anything she can't do. It seems like she couldn't get back 10
Couldn't get
in
back
that
10
one.
metres. The only thing she can't do. And she is going to sit out the rest of this game. Can England get a try for their efforts here? Aitchison has Heather Fisher on the right-hand side. Fisher, lovely little Jenkins step off her left foot. Down she goes, and finally, England have a score.
If there's a player that needs to get the ball on the run, 5 meters to the try line, it is the battering ram that is Heather Fisher. She will get you every time. Nice, strong fend here. Wardley, who's way too high for such a powerhouse Fisher, as is Nicholas, gets the fend in the face. And then a nice little handhold down for the try.
Conversion then from Aitchison. Looks pretty good from here. Flags go up, 7 points on the board. And it's taken 14 minutes for England to breach the Canadian defence. Came close a couple of times, but a combination of brilliant defending and a couple of passes that didn't quite find the mark. The Canada have been pretty comfortable here in its 5th place playoff. Last kick restart, that one went forward, advantage being played. Brianne Nicholas says that's enough of that. The full-time whistle sounds, and Canada will take 5th place in Langford. It's not the result they would have wanted, It's yet another home tournament where they haven't managed to get their name on the cup, but they have finished in 5th place. A comfortable win in the end. They've beaten England by 31 points to 7.
Bronze medal final game coming up. It's the USA against France, the arch rivals. France have the dubious distinction of finishing 4th in every Canada Sevens thus far. The last 5 meetings, the USA have dominated the last 4, including a year ago. Sorry, including in the pool stages, 12-0. Mar, interestingly, gets a start for the USA. Heberlin still captaining, very powerful side, and you'll see no Ella Kelter there. She is suspended after that action that cost her team 12 minutes of a person short in the semi-final. For France, they've been in good form of late. In the white jerseys, they're coming out. The crowd's still buzzing. And the US in the dark jerseys. 4 wins in that loss to New Zealand. The big one coming last night in the quarterfinals for Canada over their rivals. But it wasn't to be against New Zealand. New Zealand, Australia will contest the final after this. I'm joined by Canadian international Andrea Burke. And Andrea, USA, France, it's going to be tasty.
It's going to be tasty, and it's going to be tough. These are 2 very strong physical sides. You mentioned the likes of Alev Kelter earlier. She's a large reason why USA is in the position that they are. She had a clutch performance against Canada in the quarterfinals, scoring 12 points to put them through to the semis.
So France a kickoff, high hanger. The restarts will be a factor, I'm sure, in this bronze medal match at the HSBC Canada Sevens. Heberlin, first receiver. The ball bobbled, Tapper just get her hands on it. The referee's playing advantage for a knock on by France in the tackle. Advantage is over. Kayla Canet moves the ball initially. Good, strong, high stepping there from Captain Lauren Doyle. It's a little bit lateral at the moment from the US. But bouncing off one tackler is Ilona Mar. She's a big ball carrier for this group, and without Kelter in the side, they're going to need her to step up. And on the outside, Chris Thomas has a look, but the flag goes up and she's in touch. She seems to be in some discomfort as well.
That was potentially a try-saving tackle there by Okemba on Thomas. She is looking like a little bit sore. Here it is, Kristen Thomas just trying to get out of the reach of Okemba. Looks like the ball went off of France's foot, but perhaps Kristen Thomas had stepped out of bounds first.
Line out to France, not the best of throws, in fact, gathered by Abby Gustaitis. Tied up momentarily, now released from the ruck. Heberlin, Tappa out wide. She needs a little bit of room, she needs a bit more than that. Good defense from Anne-Cécile Teofani. The wind is blustering here, making these long passes a bit more difficult than they were earlier in the day.
Always going backwards, come back, offside.
Well, you heard it from our referee, offside at the breakdown, and there was no advantage accrued for the US.
USA just slowing it down, taking their time to bring the ball back to the mark. They know that they need to recollect themselves. The French defense is always very pressing, very hard, very swarming. It's making it a little bit difficult for the Americans to crack anything open.
Heberlin happy to take the ball down the line. It's not about the distance, it's about the opportunity to restart. So the signal comes, she gets it in the middle. On the left hand, Heberlin. Canet is chopped down. Slow to get around, but Mara is there. She's going to use her power. Does she have the pace? Tapper's running like an American football blocker. Mars just short, 2 meters to be exact. Tapper's there to secure possession. The ball spilled, and France is on it. They've dodged the bullet on their own try line. With now their turn to spill the ball. Fanny Horta, uncharacteristically, it will be a knock on white. Scrum US.
That's just a gift back to the USA. That is an unfortunate error. USA was in a prime scoring position. Gustatus just couldn't get the ball out of her hands. And they're given a gimme back with a 5 meter scrum.
And it will be Nicole Heverland, the captain, to put in. All 3 American attackers out off to the right of your screen. Nothing on the left, a big unmarked blindside. Heverland goes with the flow. The flat ball to Tapper. She initially beat the defense with the pass, but scrambling back was Ciofani. Oh, she steps out of one, still going. Again, just meters short of the line for the USA Eagles. Stepping inside was Canna, but she gets crushed. A one-on-one situation, she gets the big palm out. Ilona Marr just tried to do a little too much, spilled it forward.
USA is all Swedish, no finish right now in the 22. So far an unsuccessful visit. Ilona Marr is such a strong unit, such a strong tank. She's just got the one-arm carry here, and as you can see, Graciano is coming around with the tackle and is able to punch the ball out of her possession.
Well, Camille Graciano, a huge part of this French defense, making tackles all over the place, and Ilona Marr also top tackler on the series. So again, a scrum 5 meters from the French line. This bronze medal match. Just about 5 minutes played in the first half here. France need to clear the lines. Oh, straight running through the middle. Through Neeson. There's Fanny Horta. She pops up. The stop and go from Ciofani. Stretching those left-handed passes, the weaker half pass for many of these athletes. Good hit, and you hear it there. Got an injury to Thomas outside of the play, but play on. US has stolen it. Nothing there. As I said, US playing one short at the moment, but right through the middle. Goes Doyle. 2-on-1. Graciano goes on her own. Thomas wanted it out wide. Will she get it now? She's back on her feet with an injury. Penalty to US. Frantic stuff, and I actually think there's blood all over 11 blue. Thomas, she's taking a bit of a shot to the face. Just on the left of your screen there.
So it's Falavesi getting the treatment. It looked like Thomas was the one. They must have had a collision. She was checking her own face for blood. Kristen Thomas right there just taking a knee. Falavesi getting medical treatment. For right now, the USA seems to be playing like a very direct style of rugby. Thomas was hanging out there on the side with nothing but net in front, calling for the ball. And these players, USA is so good at the direct style of rugby, but there are times in the game of sevens where it's just a simple pass to the outside will make a big difference.
All right.
Two players. There's Nessie. And you're right, it may have been a clash of heads as they were trying to tackle the French player. And it looks as though they swing around. This is Chris Thomas. Her head comes around, and unfortunately there's a collision there. Indications of any kind of head injury. Big tackles going in from both sides. France in particular. A few misses there, but no points on the board.
Okay. Who came on? Oh, okay, yeah, fine, there's one there. I will actually, thank you.
Sarah Cox, who's had a big moment herself in this tournament. getting 100 matches, just all calm out there, having a little drink. Our referee. There's a job medic holding the ponytail out of the way.
Well, Kristen Thomas is usually recognizable on the American team. She doesn't usually have the braids. Her hair is usually quite a bit shorter with her tight curls, but she's gone with the cornrows and the long braids today for this weekend, and it'll be interesting to see what she comes out with in the last stop in France.
Yeah, no worries, mate. That's fine. Just take your time.
So USA, lots of possession in this match. As I said, no points on the board to show for it. Couple of offloads, but nothing decisive.
We're all sorted with replacements, yeah? Perfect. No
USA
worries.
definitely has had most of the possession, most of the play today. It's the defense from the French that has been so solid over this last season.
Penalty to the US, tap through Neeson. They're over the line, simple stuff. Too much power. Just a quick tap from the base, and Lauren Doyle, the captain, stepped up and said, I've had enough of this. Our team needs a try.
Lauren Doyle has so much experience for her team. This is her go-to move. She's so quick off of her feet, a little bit of a shrink to the back inside, and she'll take it herself.
Big moment for her. As I mentioned, US have a bad habit of finishing fourth at the Canada Sevens, and that's important not only for the bronze medal, but it garners with it a points difference. 16 points received for third place, fourth for 14. And with the HSBC Women's World Series as tight as it is, the US currently in third, 2 points behind Canada. If they win this match, they will leapfrog Canada. Canada receiving 12 points for their last victory. So lots of subplots here on the line. France also looking for those points. Again, very lateral from the French at the moment. 50-50 ball not gathered. Well, it is gathered, but by an American around the corner. Goes Chris Thomas. She's bandaged up. She's pounced on the loose ball. She's got to try.
It all starts here off of the intercept. Check out the single hand skills that Kirst is showing. One arm is wrapped up by the French defense. The other one gathers the ball. One hand offs it to Chris Thomas, who gets the try that she's been waiting for all half.
Well, Christy Kirst, a key moment there. She's been outstanding for the American cause. We'll, of course, pick an HSBC Dream Team at the end of Canada Sevens, who will put their hand up. Right now, it's the USA putting their hand up, 12 points to 0, lead over France at halftime.
Well done. What are we thinking?
That little hard work sometimes in that first couple minutes.
Why?
And the first person's having a go jump. Yeah.
Okay, but does it feel like you're too close to the D-line?
Yeah.
So just for this next half, I'm asking you to come back a step. Okay. Give yourself a little bit more space so that you can move off the ball, and then you'll be punching onto it nicely if you give yourself another 2 or 3 minutes.
All right.
Okay, you do that?
Another thing is they're shooting up on the outside, but whoever they're shooting on, run it inline. Okay. Okay, just to make it really decisive.
Yeah.
Inline into this.
To the
That you're going.
If there's pressure on the person who's passing, come for a shorter pass, okay? That's all it is. Ladies, present task, present task.
Hey, let's respond. Defensively, if they want to set wide, that's fine. We need to stay collected as a line. We can always shake out.
Hey, respond to getting deeper, okay? USA in 3, 1, 2, 3. USA!
Keep scoring. Keep
not going to try. Kick it off. Kick it off.
Here it is, the final, the cup final, New Zealand, Australia. A repeat of last year's HSBC Canada Sevens final. Australia wanting to set the record straight, and New Zealand have grown throughout this tournament. And Michaela Blythe is fit, which means a lot to New Zealand hopes. But right now it's the USA and France. France looking to get on the board. Giovanni has been silenced thus far in the bronze medal match. Good take there from Duran. Horta. Again, France spilling the ball, but this one's gone back. At least they won't turn it over.
Wait.
Those skills under pressure. Good width, sideline to sideline from France. Is there any reward? None, says Lauren Doyle, who drives her player into near touch. Back again, it's getting pretty blustery here in the stadium, as you may pick up from the effects mics. So those longer passes are getting harder to make. The ball under one arm for Caroline Drouin. It's stolen. Wants it back again. Does Grenette. It goes out wide. What a tackle out wide. It's released back on her feet. Quick ruck, penalty advantage. I wonder if there may be a card here. Penalty that close to the line for not releasing. But it was a desperation tackle.
Time off.
We've got time off here. Let's have a quick look here.
3.
Well,
3
great
and 11.
second effort there by Faavesi.
Yes, okay. Yeah, we got time off. Yeah.
She's calling not rolling away on the tackler. The quick pick and go off the back of the ruck, and the tackler in the middle of it. Just looks like it impeded. It kept the Americans out from a try.
Okemba with a huge tackle there. The penalty probably not a bad one to give away, as they were completely exposed out the flank there.
Change this player. Oh, okay, you're making changes anyway, yeah.
Well, all sorts of changes. It's been a tough weekend here in Langford.
That's okay. Yeah.
Looked like Faavesi
sure.
may have been away. Look at that extra effort from Seraphine Okemba.
10.
So the medics have had to work out on this one, Andrea.
It's just amazing what goes into putting 7 players on the field. All of the efforts from the administrators to the management team.
Lauren Doyle this time not able to score after the penalty tap.
It's always held on to it.
Spilled at the back. Doyle still trying to get down. She's trying to get that knee to the ground. And look at this, a French circle of players. Now finally she flops, and the French must release her. They can't play it with their feet. So Fanny Horta playing the old odds. Quick tap. 7 meters from the try line. And there's going to be a card here. There's too many penalties. Yeah, not 10. Professional foul.
I was watching that play. I was just thinking there's no way that they were back 10. Sarah Cox, being the experienced referee that she is, she just let it play out a little bit longer, and then she blows the whistle for the card.
Oh, beautiful pass there from Kayla Canet. That allows Christy Kirsch to slide away from the defense and around under into the try for the USA.
Christy Kirsch has had just an outstanding weekend in Langford. That was her 4th try. Comes out of just some simple passing, and she has some speed. She's not built like a winger, but man, does she have some wheels behind her.
It was the pace on that pass that allowed her to push away from the defender. You're right, Kirsch has been exceptional. And what could have been, what a big moment in that cup semifinal. Lev Kelter red carded for a dangerous tackle. And there was 12 minutes of play, 1 short for the US, and against the side, the likes of New Zealand, you're not gonna win that battle 1 short. This is a better response from the US here in the bronze medal game.
USA has a clear hold on this game right now. France will need to answer back and collect this kickoff if they want to have a chance.
with the flow. Giovanni's been quiet. Backward, says the ref. Oh, it's knocked down. Was it legal? I think the referee says yes. Kayla Canet, an opportunist. She's definitely grounded it. There may be a hint of a knockdown pass, but we're not going to go back to it.
Well, there's nothing coming in from the sidelines on the ARs, who had a good view of that. Sarah Cox was just a little bit behind the play. There's the pass. It comes out. It looks like it was a clear tackle, and then the ball was put out rather than the hand hitting the ball first. And there's the pickup by Canet. USA is just spoiling any sniff that France has at this game. France has not been at the level of performance that they have shown on the past series stops this year. One of the players who's not on the field this weekend is Montserrat Amadi, and she is definitely a player similar to Shannon Izar, who's really able to turn things around for her team.
Nice high hanging kick. Almost gathered by the US, but finally the French get some go forward through Shannon Izar. She is the offload queen for this French team. And it seems a long time ago, the last event in Kitakyushu, when Anne-Cécile Chiofano led all players with 9 tries, the first French woman to ever do it. We just haven't seen that same efficiency, that same injection of pace from the French team. So the French looking for a miracle here. The subs have come on the field. American put in though. Over the top go, says Nia Tapper couldn't believe she got the pass and she spilled it. It was actually quite an ingenious pass from Christy Kirsch over the top. You can hear her yelling before. She said, go, go, go.
Kirsch throws the high pass over the tall Chiofani. How much fun has the Chiofani-Tapper matchup been today? I mean, both of them have been quite silent. Chiofani's now coming off of the field. Grassino for France is looking a little bit frustrated.
Okay, so I'm back on. Crouch. Bind. Set.
France through Neeson have options both sides.
That must go in a lot quicker. You must stay stable for me, okay?
A little bit of translation there, but I think it's fairly clear now for Carla Neeson. That ball must go in.
Set.
And they do come to the short side. Big hit on Carolyn Druin. Again, pounding away through Okemba. She's dancing, she's stepping. She's looking for an offload. She gets one away. Druin keeps it alive. Good hands from France. This is their best player of the match. Running hard is Pell. Finally a ruck. The US infringing at the ruck.
You're in front of the markets here.
Sajou, that means let's play, let's play. And they do, out wide, unmarked. Is Okemba. Can she go to the outside and get her try? Seraphine Okemba, elle joue, elle marque un essai. Try for France.
Okemba's work rate today in this bronze medal match has just been outstanding. The impact subs have been able to do what the starters were not. They're able to settle down the French attack a little bit. You can hear the communication coming through, and Seraphine Okemba is successful putting some points on the board.
So the conversion just pulled left, and that will be full time here. The bronze medal at the 2019 HSBC Canada Sevens will go to the USA in convincing fashion, 26 points to 5 over France.
So here we are then, our cup final. Last game of the weekend here in Langford in the Canada Women's Sevens. The last 5 meetings have all gone the way of New Zealand. And the gold medals from the Olympics in 2016. The tide has turned over the last couple of seasons, including this time last year, right here at the Westhill Stadium. 46 points to nil, New Zealand beat Australia in the final. We are expecting a much closer affair this time out. Here are the starting teams then. So, New Zealand's Ruby Tui recovered from that tackle from Kelter in the semi-final. Hirini, the captain. Falia Fanga, who's started every game, the youngster. Niall Williams back in the starting 7. Blythe, Nathan Wong and Kelly Brazier. Treehorn for Australia, captain Sharni Williams, Lily Dick, Tony Gatto, who reached 100 tries in the last game. Charlotte Kaslik, the co-captain, Alicia Quirk and Elia Green. 2 very strong sides. This should be a belter. So for the last time then in Langford 2019, here come the teams, the cup final. The defending champions against the team that were beaten in the final this time last year. We have 14 minutes ahead of us to decide the champions this year, and Mel, we are expecting a much closer game this time out.
Oh yeah, nothing like a trans-Tasman clash to get these teams fired up. Kiwis love Australians, Hugh, I promise you they do, except for when it comes to sport.
All bets are off. So as is tradition before the final, we will have the national anthems from both teams. New Zealand up first.
Of the national anthems of New Zealand and Australia.
Australians, oh let us rejoice, for we are young and free. We've golden soil and wealth for toil, our home is bird by sea. Our land abounds in nature's gifts of beauty, rich and rare. In history's page, let every stage advance Australia fair. In joyful strains, then let us sing, advance Australia
Nothing like the national anthem to stir the spirit. Melody Robinson.
Oh, it sounded great, didn't it? You know, here in Canada, it is tough to separate these two teams. I'd argue the Australians are the form side going into this one, but when it comes to finals rugby, it's New Zealand who have been the better in 2019.
Michaela Blythe recovered from that injury yesterday to take to the pitch today. She is so crucial to everything that New Zealand do in terms of finishing power without Portia Woodman in the team. For Australia, well, need I say, Elia Green, Emma Tonigato, they have options as well. Equally lightning quick and equally strong with ball in hand. It's going to be a fascinating battle. Australia hitting form at the right time. New Zealand, they booked their place in the Olympic Games already this weekend, but they want this trophy after slipping up in Kitakyushu. Well, they've won their past 6 cup finals that they played in, so they know how to win. Can Australia rediscover the winning formula? Well, that is not the start that they would have wanted.
Oh, very poor indeed. Giving possession to New Zealand straight away. Last thing they'd want to do. They were looking to contest that kick-off, try and win it back. You just got to get the kick right first.
So it'll be Tyler Nathan Wong with Nia Williams to her left, Kelly Brazier to her right. It is to Brazier, she goes first. Ruby Tui on a switch run. Gap opens up for Ruby Tui and she wastes no time going straight through it. Tui switching direction, trying to power over the 22. Back on her feet, she released the ball, she's entitled to do that. Good start for New Zealand, Brazier takes it. Out to Williams, who's lined up and absolutely smashed in the tackle by Elia Green.
Oh, that's what we love. The big hits are coming. It was the timing.
All you needed was the Jaws music. Bum, 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 bum. Bang!
Oh,
what a tackle.
Williams can take it though.
Crouch. Bind.
What a way to win possession
Set.
back, and Charlotte Kaslik is going to feed the scrum for Australia just outside their own 22. Middle of the pitch. Kaslik to Quirk. Tony Gatto. Oh, look at the quick feet. Almost got away from Williams. Quirk back to Elia Green around the outside. Now Elia Green against Nathan Wong. Elia Green over the 10, 22. The try line beckons and the try is scored.
She hasn't had many minutes this tournament, but the reason for that is the coaching staff want her fresh for moments like this. She is dynamite. What happened to Michaela Blythe there? She mistimed it. She needed to get up and cut down that space before Green got her wheels in motion. Great chase there from Tyler Nathan Wong. If it had been anyone else, she possibly could have reeled her in, but not when it's Green.
Conversion misses the target, but Elia Green did not, and her try scoring form continues. Amy Lee Murphy-Crowe with 8. Elia Green needs one more to catch her in terms of the top try scorer of the weekend, but to score a try in a final, I tell you what, it's worth nearly double that as it is. 5 points on the board. Australia strike first. 4.5 minutes to play in this first half, and it would be Sam Traherne to get us back on the way. This time, does she make the 10 metres? Just about. Tierney underneath it. Nathan Wong to Tui. And along to Brazier. Switch in the midfield, Niall Williams. Nathan Wong delayed the pass to her captain. And Tierney into contact. Put down. Shawnee Williams with the tackle. And almost getting away. Faliafanga did get away and then bounced into Tierney. As if to say, off you go, keep going. Tierney to tidy up possession. Tui picks it off the base. Back in behind to Nathan Wong. Brazier is 2 outsider. Williams. Tony Gatto just shows her the touchline. Michaela Blythe made the inside run. Didn't get the pass though. Tui. Long looping ball. Just about finds the target. That is Tyler Nathan Wong. Little dummy from Nathan Wong. Back inside and Sarah Tierney. Tierney over the 22. Lovely step around Charlotte Kaslik. Like she wasn't even there.
What a lovely line from Captain Fantastic. And also the ball from Nathan Wong. She delayed the pass. The cut was already made. Beautifully timed. Don't forget, this lady used to be a second 5'8". She was a back, so she's got speed too.
Beautiful try by the captain. The conversion from Nathan Wong. Gets the extra 2. 7 points to 5 now. New Zealand in front for the first time in the game. And Sarah Herony, 61 on the all-time list.
And of course, she works in tandem with that young lady, Ruby Tui, very well.
Charlotte Kazak just completely wrong-footed for that try. And she knew she'd committed her body position too early, and Herony read it like a book. Australia back in possession though, and it's Shawnee Williams, the captain. Elia Green, a little bit awkward, pressure from Brazier. Here is Kazlik looking to make amends. Hit hard in the tackle by Blythe though. Traherne out to Dick. Alicia Quirk, Tony Gatto. Faliafanga trying to shepherd it towards that touchline. Tony Gatto hits the ground. Where's the ball? Where's that ball? New Zealand get the penalty. Wasting no time. Blythe. Nathan Wong. Switch with Niall Williams. Beautiful line. Equally good pass. New Zealand in for the second try.
It is textbook. The move there, Niall Williams just delayed on the outside of Tyler Nathan Wong, and then she did the late switch back into that massive hole that was left by Kazlik, who was chasing probably too hard on the inside. Should have left it to the outside defender. Williams back on the inside, beautiful.
So after Australia strike first, New Zealand have scored back-to-back tries, 14-5. It's a nice lead to have in a final. And we're inside the last minute of the first half here. Well, we wanted entertainment. We certainly have had that. 3 tries already. Gets the kick away with 3 seconds left on the clock. Mahalia Murphy rising highs to claim that just off the bench for Australia. There's Kazlik. A little bit of pressure coming up with New Zealand breaking the line early. There's Shawnee Williams out on the wing. Mahalia Murphy calling for it but doesn't get it. It's got to go in and secure possession. Back to Quirk. Kazlik once more. Lovely pass to Dick. Has Tony Gatto in support, and so too Kazlik, who made herself available. Here is Tony Gatto. Broke the century mark in that semi-final. And the half-time hooter sounds. Have Australia got another score left in them? Quirk doesn't have quite the pace to get in, but the line is good from Kazlik in support. She's going to back herself. Charlotte Kazlik stretching the legs wide, and the pass to Tony Gatto. Australia are in again. What a score!
X-Factor players, they're the ones that create the magic. Kazlik, she started that all. And of course, Tony Gatto is the perfect woman to be backing her up. Look at this. New Zealand's defence chase hard. But Brazier just couldn't reel her in. Support play, brilliant.
Conversion goes left and wide. Sam Traherne, those precious 2-pointers. 4 points the gap. The difference now is the conversions from Tyler Nathan Wong. Half-time in the final. What a belter it's been so far. New Zealand leading by 14 points to 10.
Great footy. Okay, we've just got to watch. All right, that switch on the inside, not connecting. Okay, your first 2 or 3 steps, right, just like training. First 3 steps for everything. I said, get up, shut that gate down. If we knock that switch off, all right, we're not giving many options. Keep pressing. All right, G also whack sets of tone in defence there. Okay, our defence wins this game. No question. Okay, with the ball, we look great.
Weak and disappointing on the punish the fuck out of them. Look at that one thing, she does all fucking follow her around. We got more. Ready? Yo, let's do it, girls. Ready on 3, 1, 2, 3. Let's go, Shakir. Let's go, ladies.
pretty neat nail polish there. So Australia really focusing on their defence, the press D. Can't really separate these two teams at the moment.
Well, 20 cup finals for Charlotte Caslick, first Australian to do so. Her opposite number, Tyler Nathan Wong. Well, she holds the Women's Series record for cup titles, winning 22 out of 24 finals. That is know-how and how to get over the line. Let's see if they can get over the line here. 4 points the difference, and both conversions from Tyler Nathan Wong. Is that going to go 10? It's not, you know. We're going to go back. Australia started off with an unforced error. New Zealand start the second half with the kick not going 10.
You don't see that often from Nathan Wong. Usually very good in that area.
So Charlotte Caslick to take into the centre of the pitch, and a couple of different options now for her. Emma Sykes on. Right to go left. Here is Sykes now. Into the hands of Tony Gatto. Has Mahalia Murphy outside her for company. Murphy on the switch line. She took her eye off at a crucial stage. She can't stop playing though, because Shakira Baker was first to pounce. And she lost it forward. First knock-on offence against Australia, scrum New Zealand.
Maybe she wasn't expecting it, I'm not sure. Or perhaps she took her eyes off the ball. Just really bounced off her chest.
So Tyler Nathan Wong with ball in hand at the moment. Sykes trying to put her under a bit of pressure here. Kelly Brazier standing at first receiver, and Michaela Blythe has had a bit of a quiet game by her standards. Let's see if she gets her hands on the ball here. Williams is going to take it in the midfield. Back to Brazier. They come back on this near side. Strong fend from Kelly Brazier. Sykes trying to put her down. Needs a bit of help from Lily Dick, who's pushed off her feet. And there for Nathan Wong. Hirani. One try already for her. Lovely break. And then Nathan Wong, the perfect support line. Nathan Wong with defend as well. And off she goes to number 7. Into the 22. Tyler Nathan Wong. Brilliant.
Compelling form for the final. Tyler Nathan Wong, she's created 2 of the New Zealand tries, and then she gets one herself. That inside line she ran off the shoulder. Hirani, of course, involved. Lovely offload. Had a bit of work to do there. Pushed off her opposite. In your face, see you later.
What a finish that is. Had a lot of work to do as well. The handoff, she's not the biggest on the pitch, but that fend was propelled her out of harm's way and towards the try line. 21-10. Tyler Nathan Wong, third on the all-time points list behind Landry and Portia Woodman, who, lest we say, of those top 3, is the only one who doesn't kick goals.
Can't wait to see her back when she recovers.
Not that she can't, it's just that she doesn't. But Nathan Wong to get us back on her way. 4.5 minutes on the clock now. Australia needs something in reply. Good hands from Lily Dick. Mahalia Murphy. Caslick trying to get past Brazier. Thought about the offload. Died with the ball. Need to recycle here, but New Zealand are so strong in over the ball and on the ground.
Tui, take that one.
Ruby Tui is going to get the pass here as well. No time to catch her breath. Has Michaela Blythe out on the wing. Blythe trying to step in. Bumped in the tackle. Absolutely nailed. Williams. Niall Williams. Nice run from Shakira Baker on her outside shoulder. She just couldn't get her hands free though. Baker at scrum half to Nathan Wong. Brazier once more. Has Tui outside her. Brazier looking for help here. Doesn't want to get isolated. Australia not rolling away.
Ooh, a little unlucky though for Australia.
Ruby Tui not wasting any time. New Zealand back in their fitness here. Williams, did that go forward? It did. Lifeline Australia.
Yeah, I thought the Australian defensive player in that last phase, when New Zealand got the ball, was actually on top and had rights, but referee's closer than me.
Elliot Green comes back onto the pitch. Mahalia Murphy makes her way off. If Australia score next, they're right back in this game. If New Zealand were to score next, you would figure that would be a little bit too much of a gap for Australia to make up. Going to have to go the length here. Not a bad time to bring on Elliot Green. New Zealand making life difficult in the scrum. Penalty Australia. They've got to get on with this one. Shawnee Williams taps and passes. Sykes sweeps it out to the right-hand side, but you're not giving your teammates any kind of a chance with a pass like that. And New Zealand up very quickly. Green. Tui makes the tackle on Shawnee Williams. Ball recycled, should be there. It is just about for Paki to use. Kaslik switching, and there's the kick in. Now Elliot Green is after this one. Michaela Bride is tracking back for New Zealand. Needed to get her hands on that ball. Was she allowed up? Referee says, look at the power of Elliot Green, throwing her into the dirt. And Australia come away with the ball. Michaela Blythe looks a little bit disorientated. You don't blame her. Picked up like a rag doll there. And now Australia have the penalty.
Leave it.
Time running out. 2 minutes to play.
Oh, bit of tension. When Green chased that ball and got on Blythe, there was a bit of discussion from the New Zealand players. You just got to keep playing on. Let's have a look. She did a good job. Tried to get back on her feet. Pulled back down. Raggedy Ann.
Raggedy Ann is right. Here's Charlie Kaslik. Flat pass. Oh, it's beautiful for Shawnee Williams, trying to use her power. Needs to get the ball recycled in quickly. Australia have numbers left here and has to go left. Was that the right option? It wasn't. Tony Gatto's going to be swallowed up. Too late now. New Zealand have got numbers across. Can they get the ball and keep it alive? They can. Emma Sykes this time. The try was on the left-hand corner for New Zealand. Paki was completely unmarked. They went right. It was the wrong decision, and they might be made to pay for it here. New Zealand now have it. They've stolen possession. That was disaster from Australia's point of view. They're running out of time now. Australia. Oh, it's popped up for Green. Elliot Green touches down. Lifeline Australia.
Oh, wow. Usually those big passes from New Zealand make it to the player, but Green anticipated it. Nabbed a beautiful inset. Let's have a look. New Zealand won the ball. The breakdown again. But Williams, really, that was a hospital pass from nowhere. Blythe tried to get it back.
Well, we said it was going to be closer than last year. It absolutely is that. Time for the restart. 10 seconds to go. Australia need to win this. It's going to go just 10. What a kick. Where's that going? Australia have it. Did it go forward? The referee says it did. And that will be that. A contentious call right at the death. I didn't see that go forward, Mel Robinson. I have to say, I did not see that ball go forward.
Let's have a look at the replay.
Did this go forward? What are we looking at here? The hand gets up. That went backwards.
Yep, that went back.
What about there? That's okay. That's a contentious decision.
I'd have to agree with you.
Yes, you would. You put your bias to one side, please, Mel Robinson. The feet from New Zealand. The scrum, once they kick it out, it's all over. Brazier has it, send it into Rosette. That's exactly what she does. Heartbreak for Australia. Absolute joy and delight for New Zealand. They are champions once again in Langford.
Great form, brilliant game. Both teams played very well, but New Zealand, it's that top 2 inches, isn't it? That belief that they can take out finals, their success rate in recent times, and these crucial tight matches.
There's the final score. New Zealand 21, Australia 17. And with that, New Zealand champions, having already booked their place in the Olympic Games, the first team to go through, apart from the tournament host, Japan. And New Zealand will take their place at the Olympic Games in Tokyo 2020. Australia have a bit of work to do to make sure that they'll be there. But what a final that was. So close in the end, just 4 points between the teams. And we go back to the 2 conversions that Australia couldn't kick in the first half. Nathan Wong knocked hers over. Australia couldn't manage theirs. That was the difference between the sides in the end.
Yeah, Australia certainly had the pace and power out wide with Green, Tongigato, but they didn't get the ball out there enough times. They got sucked into running it in the middle of the field. New Zealand, meanwhile, used the ball particularly well. Nathan Wong, for me, was just outstanding.
She really was. I mean, as you say, setting up the 2 tries in the first half, scoring one herself, a really good try in the final, and just so solid as well, with ball in hand, with her kicks as she always is. And New Zealand had to work for that one.
Yeah, usually it's someone like Kelly Brazier who makes all of the play, produces the magic. But this time, Nathan Wong was the creator, the magician. Good on defence as well.
So New Zealand follow up 2018's win here in the Canada Women's Sevens with victory in 2019. Beaten in Kitakyushu, where the streak came to an end at the hands of Russia with the draw 17-all. Went on to be beaten then in the knockout stages, and Canada lifted the title, but they recovered from that. They regrouped and they came here full of intent, even without Portia Woodman, without Michaela Blythe for much of yesterday and even early today as well. I mean, you cannot accuse this team of being a one-player operator.
No, they've built their depth particularly well. Evidence of that is Dice Filiafanga, who at just 18 years old has played a major part on the park for New Zealand. And of course the bench, they all had a role to play as well.
New Zealand so impressive over the course of the last 2 days, and indeed this season as well. They just know how to get the job done. Let's go down to the winning captain, the one and only Sarah Hierney is with Gareth Rees.
Well, congratulations, Sarah. For the 3rd time in a row, your team has done it here at the HSBC Canada Sevens. How does it feel?
It feels amazing. I just want to thank all the fans that came out. You guys are amazing. We can hear you guys the whole time, and I'm just really proud of the girls for the efforts that they've put in over the last 2 days.
Not that you haven't achieved enough with the big victory here, but you've also qualified the 2nd team, along with Japan, the host nation, to the Olympic Games. Huge for you two.
Yeah, it's massive for our team. That was our goal this season, to qualify, and I think it's for all the girls back home that are training really hard, and our coach back home as well.
Great stuff. And a big victory over your arch rivals, but it was a lot closer than last year. It's got to feel good.
They're an amazing team. Every time we play Australia, we have to play our best, or else it's going to be a tough match. And it was amazing again out there today, and I'm just so proud of the girls, the way that they dug in and stayed in the game.
Good stuff. And how does it feel to be here in Canada? We love having you. How is it?
We love Canada. We've enjoyed our week here. This tournament's growing from strength to strength, and I hope it carries on for many more years.
All right, well, congratulations. Good luck in the last tournament of the year over in France. Ladies and gentlemen, your 2019 HSBC Canada Sevens champions, New Zealand.
Yeah, Sarah Goss, of course, now Sarah Hierney, since she got married, but you know, leads the team. You're running out of superlative to say about Sarah and what she can do, but she just is one of the stars of this team, and equally just such a brilliant, lovely person as well. Let's go down to the Mark of Excellence. Gareth is still there. Gareth.
Well, every tournament has a big moment, and it's very special here. The UL Mark of Excellence for this tournament was this young lady beside me, one of our referees, Sarah Cox, refereed her 100th match in the HSBC Sevens World Series. Congratulations, Sarah.
Thank you very much.
You've been a pioneer for women's refereeing. Great to see you out there. You've done it in the men's game, the 15 sevens game. Fantastic work. What does it mean to be part of the HSBC Sevens World Series?
It means a lot, and it's a massive achievement for me, but for the guys that support me in the background as well, and the other referees. I think for anyone, it's something to look up to, and I'm really proud to kind of put that 100th mark on my career.
And you were a former player yourself. You never quite got to the series, but it must be, as I said, you were a pioneer as one of the first women referees. Congratulations. Here you go, the UL Mark of Excellence. Ladies and gentlemen, Sarah Cox.
Yeah, well done, Sarah Cox. Not easy, 100, and still as good as ever. We got the player of the final. I think you know it's going to be Gareth.
Well, the player of the final is, ladies and gentlemen, Tyler Nathan Wong of New Zealand. Tyler, we know this is like a second home to you. You got family here. How did it feel being out on the big stage in Canada?
I just love this place. Thank you so much to all the supporters, to my family that's out here that come out every year. I just love coming here. The girls love coming here. It's so much like home, and it was just so good to go out there with the girls, execute our game plan right, and to come away with the win.
And just a quick word on the final. Australia weren't that tough last year. It was a tough one. There wasn't much in it. How did you feel?
they showed up. You know, it's always a good battle against Australia. It's that Trans-Tasman rivalry. It was a repeat final of last year. We knew it was going to be hard. They stepped up, and I'm just proud of the girls, though. We went out there, executed our game plan, like I said, and we just had each other's back.
Good stuff. You guys always talk about the sisterhood. It was very much on display. Michaela Blythe carrying an injury. She plowed through it. A couple of players not here, and a great response after Kitakyushu, which wasn't your best.
Yeah, I don't think anyone's going to stop Minnie from getting out back on that field again. So, yeah, credit to her and also to Niall coming back out in that semi-final then to get us through to this final. And, yeah, just thank you so much to everyone. We're going to go back now, celebrate this win, do the haka for everyone here, and, yeah.
A popular choice. It gives me great pleasure to ask from our tournament sponsor, HSBC, Lisa Dalziel, our local branch manager, to present the player of the final to Tyler Nathan Wong.
Yeah, well deserved. And Ruby Tui, well, she looks like she needed a bit of a hug. She's had a tough week as well.
she got bashed, battered, and did the same on the opposition. She's a great team person, Ruby Tui. Fabulous sense of humour as well, which all helps to on-team performance, that culture off the field too.
For Australia, I suppose, look, they have improved maybe even since the start of this season. We were questioning last year the direction they were taking, the form of some of their key players, but they are definitely getting better, and I think the 4-point gap this year versus the 46 points last year tells its own story.
Well, they use their athletes in a really clear way. The pattern that they were looking at up until the final was brilliant, moving the ball edge to edge as we have a look at the bronze medal winners.
USA without Olive Kelter, of course, in that last game from the red card, and it was always going to be a very difficult task for them to get past that. But, you know, Kirsch, you were impressed with her in particular.
Yeah, I really like her. I think that, I guess, the physicality she brings, plus she is very quick, and just the physique she has, super strong, really difficult to take down.
She's got legs like tree trunks.
Yes, not that polite to say that, is it, though, Hugh?
Ah, it is. It's a sign of strength, isn't it?
She is amazing. And, you know, she's like a double weapon out there with Kelter.
Yeah, it's an impressive USA lineup, and they will be contending right throughout the rest of the series. They've got Biarritz still to come, of course, and again, they are on track to book their place at the Olympic Games. Not confirmed yet, but you wouldn't bet against them as Australia go up to get their silver medal. Not the colour they would have wanted once again, but I think an awful lot of positive signs to point to from this season, and equally the mix of youth that they've added to the experience that they already have in their squad as well. They'll come good. No Dom DeToy in the squad at the moment in Langford, and a couple others as well that might come back in, but silver medal is what they will have to settle for here in Langford. And it's great to see the crowd staying on as well to applaud all the teams after the hard work they put in over the weekend.
Yeah, I think Australia, they've got the best backs. I mean, you know, their skill set is just unbelievable. I think they probably need to look at developing a couple more forwards moving forward.
So, New Zealand up to get the gold medals, to claim the cup once again. And as you say, you know, Michaela Blythe made it tough stuff as well. We did question whether she was going to be able to continue after picking up that injury earlier on. She's only just back after recovering from a previous injury, and there were question marks, but she battled hard to get back on the pitch. And when you have someone like that fit and ready to go, you cannot leave them out.
No doubt she was in pain. You know, those cork thighs are really difficult. She wouldn't have been able to get up to full speed, so well done. Shows her mental hardness.
So the medals all handed out. There's only one thing missing. It's the cup for the winners, presented to the captain, Sarah Hirani. She'll take her place in the middle of the team, as is tradition. Your HSBC Langford Sevens, Canada Sevens Cup champions for 2019, as they were in 2018 and 2017. New Zealand. So the celebrations can start. There is the small matter, though, not so small matter, of course, of the New Zealand haka. So what does the table look like after Langford has come to a close? New Zealand stretch their lead at the top, 92 points now. And they are through to the Olympic Games, along with Japan in Tokyo 2020. USA on 80 points have overtaken Canada on 78, Australia 74. And then it's a considerable gap of 14 points down to France and 60, England 47. Russia have overtaken Ireland. Ireland dropped from 6th place down to 8th with their poor showing here in Langford. And then Biarritz to try and correct that. So the DHL impact player Brittany Benn out on top. Charlotte Kaslik just behind her in second. Amy Lee Murphy-Coe for Ireland. Patricia Garcia, Mikaltseva, Emma Tony Gatto, who scored her 100 career try here in Langford, and Camille Graciano, who managed 50 the half century. First French player to do so in the history of women's sevens. So, photos taken, and yeah, plenty of smiles for New Zealand. We go to Biarritz, of course, for the final tournament, and be interesting to see who comes out on top there.
Of course, getting ready for the haka, and a haka for our international viewers who haven't seen one before. It's either performed in front of battle or in celebration, and in this case certainly is celebration.
So here we go, the New Zealand haka. So there we go. We hope you've enjoyed the weekend. We also hope you can join us in Biarritz for the season finale. We will see you then.
Thanks, everyone.